cause the crypto hype and funnel chaos for a second. There's a weird little corner of the internet where people make quiet, consistent money from websites so boring they look like they were built on MySpace. No personal brand and no audience, just one simple tool on one simple page. Hey, I'm Cha-Ching Blob. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, this channel is about building real online income the honest way. I'm gonna quickly show you 3 real examples before we get into it. Random.org is a basic random number tool and it still gets millions of visits a month and runs on ads. Online Notepad is literally a one-page notepad. Same thing here. It has massive search traffic and simple ads. Wheel of Names is a digital spin the wheel picker. Teachers, streamers, groups, tons of people use it every day. These sites win because they solve tiny, recurrent problems, and search engines love that. And here's the opportunity. Most of the tools ranking right now are either ugly, slow, or stuffed with ads. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to build a clean, modern one-page tool site using AI, even if you can't code. You'll see the full system end-to-end. How to pick a tool, how to generate the code, how to publish it, then how to set it up to rank and earn. Alright, let's get on with it. Step 1 is simple. Let AI build the skeleton. Open a tool like Replit. Start a new web project and describe exactly what you want. For example, I typed, create a clean, modern one-page web app with multiple random number tools. Within minutes, it generated the full HTML, CSS, and JavaScript structure. I got one page, multiple tools, a clean layout, and it's mobile responsive. Here's what it included: a basic random number generator, a list item picker, dice rollers, a lottery-style number picker, number converters, and even a random color generator. They were all separated into clean sections on one page. You're not coding from scratch, you're directing, so your only job here is clarity. Tell the AI what tools you want, then let it generate the structure. Once done, then you can refine. Step 2, refine the design. The AI built the structure. Now all you have to do is make it usable. So go back to the AI and give it improvement instructions. For example, you can tell it to make this mobile first, add a light mode toggle, use a modern sans serif font, switch to a clean blue color scheme, etc. It will rewrite the CSS for you. Now you'll want to keep the interface simple. Big buttons, clear labels, and of course, no clutter. Why? Because people are here to solve one problem, and fast. If you want, you can add a name and a simple logo, but don't over-design it. Keep things clean, modern, and trustworthy. That's your goal. Step 3, test everything. Open the live preview and click every button you can. I want you to break it on purpose. It'll help you pinpoint issues. Does the random generator respect the range? Does the list picker actually remove duplicates? Does the max value work correctly? If something's wrong, please don't panic. Just tell the AI exactly what happened. For example, you can tell it, the random generator is off by 1. It doesn't include the max value. Fix it. It'll rewrite the function for you before you blink. That's how powerful AI is. You can also refine the wording. Or maybe you want to change button labels. Maybe some instructions aren't clear enough and they'd benefit from improvements. Or you want to clarify error messages, then test again. Adjust as required, then rinse and repeat. Within an hour, you'll have a working prototype. Now let's make your tool sticky. A basic generator works fine here, but small upgrades turn it into something people actually bookmark. You can start with power features like custom ranges. You'll want to let users choose their own minimum and maximum. Quick presets. Have one-click buttons for common tasks. Filters. Use odd only, even only, no duplicates, multiple sets. Give users the ability to generate 5 results at once instead of 1, and a copy button. One click and done. These tiny upgrades massively improve usability. Then, if you want to expand, you can add related micro tools like a coin flip, a dice roller, a yes or no button, a random color generator, maybe a simple hex converter. These are all simple, all useful, and most importantly, all searchable. But here's the important part. Don't launch with everything at once. It's better to start with one tool, to make it great, to watch how people use it, and then you can expand. Over time, one page can become 5. 5 pages can then become 10, and 10 can become a mini tool hub. And that, my friend, is how boring sites turn into traffic machines. All right, you've built the tool. Now, how does it make money? There are 2 beginner-friendly ways. First is display ads. Once your site is live, you can apply for Google AdSense, and after approval, you place a small snippet of ad code on your page. Google provides step-by-step instructions on how to do this on their website. That's it. You don't need to sell anything, and you don't have to manage sponsors. Google fills the ads automatically on your behalf. The key is the placement. Have 1 or 2 clean ad spots on your page, not 10. Why? Because utility sites rely on volume. And if your page starts getting consistent traffic, even a modest RPM can turn into steady monthly income. It won't happen overnight, obviously. But simple traffic times simple ads equals predictable revenue. Simple math. The second way is a small premium upgrade. This is optional. You'll keep the core tool free. But you offer a paid version for power users. Maybe you can offer ad-free experience. Export results as CSV, save presets, unlock advanced features, etc. You get the point. Nothing crazy, just making convenience your ally. You can charge $5 or $10 as a one-time purchase. Stripe makes this super easy. They handle payments, so all you have to do is embed a checkout button. And bam, it's done. Even if 1% of users upgrade, that's meaningful extra income on top of ads. So remember, start simple. Use ads first. Then, if traffic grows and users stick around, add a premium layer. That's it. No complicated funnels to deal with, and no endless support tickets. Just a boring site. That pays you. Still following? If so, you might be wondering, but how do people even find this thing? SEO, my friend. Search engine optimization, of course. You're not trying to go viral. What you're trying to do is show up when someone types exactly what your tool does. That's it. Here's how you set that up from day one. First, you pick one clear keyword. If your tool is a random number generator, then your main keyword is literally random number generator. You'll want to put that phrase in your page title, in your main heading, and once or twice in a short description. That's how you're telling Google exactly what this page is. Second, you add a short explanation. I know I said to keep things light, but don't make the page just buttons. You should add a small paragraph that explains what the tool does and who it's for. Search engines need context, and guess who needs context too? Humans, of course. Third, speed and mobile. Alright, this is important, so listen closely. If your site is slow or broken on a phone, you lose this game. These tools are usually searched on mobile, so make sure you test it on your own phone. If it loads fast and looks clean, you're ahead of most competitors already. Fourth, you should reduce bounce. If someone uses your tool and leaves instantly, that's fine, but if they click to try a second tool, that's even better. Adding simple internal links like try your dice roller or generate lottery numbers keep people engaged. That definitely helps. And finally, backlinks. When other sites link to yours, Google sees that as a vote of confidence. You don't need hundreds of them. Sometimes 1 or 2 relevant mentions can move the needle. But here's the most important part. Use Google itself for ideas. Look at the autocomplete when you're typing your query. Also look at the People Also Ask section. Google literally tells you what people are searching for, and build exactly that. But here's why this model works, and this part is important. These sites win because they're based on intent, not attention. When someone types random number generator into Google, they are not browsing, they're not comparing influencers, and they're not looking for entertainment. What they want is a number, and they want it right now. You don't have to convince them. You're not doing any storytelling here. You're not building a funnel. Heck, they don't even care about trusting you. It's pure utility. And that changes everything. Now, go compare that to YouTube. See, on YouTube, people have to like you, trust you, watch long enough, subscribe, then come back. That's attention-based income. But tool sites are different. They're solution-based income. The user already knows what they want. You just provide the cleanest version of it. No personality required, no camera required, no brand required, just function. And here's the beautiful part. Utility traffic is boring, and boring traffic is stable. Google loves pages that solve one clear problem extremely well. It's not flashy, but it compounds. That's why these ugly sites survive for years. And if you build something cleaner, faster, and easier to use, you don't need to beat the whole internet. You just need to be slightly better than what's ranking. That's the edge. Now, before you rush off and build a random calculator for something nobody cares about, we need to talk about demand. Because here's the truth. The tool itself doesn't make money. The search demand does. You're not building what you think is cool. You're building what people are already typing into Google. That's the entire game. So here's how you validate a tool idea properly. Step 1. Start with Google. Autocomplete. Go to Google. Start typing something like random number, convert inches, calculate loan. Hex 2, don't even finish the sentence because Google will finish it for you. That autocomplete list, that's real search behavior. That means people are actively typing those exact phrases. You don't need fancy tools at this stage. Google is literally showing you demand. Step 2, look at the top results. Click the top 3 to 5 results. Now ask yourself, are they outdated, slow, cluttered with ads, confusing, missing obvious features? If the answer is yes, you might have an opportunity. Because here's the secret. You don't need to invent a new tool. You just need to build a better version of what already ranks. A cleaner, faster, more usable, and less annoying version. Search traffic cares about usefulness. Step 3. Check search intent type. There are 2 types of searches online. Information searches like how to calculate interest rate, and utility searches like interest rate calculator. Utility searches are gold. Why? Because the person doesn't want an article, they want a button, and they want instant output. And that's where tool sites dominate. So when you're validating your idea, make sure it's a utility style query. If someone can solve it with one calculation or generator, that's a strong candidate. Step 4. Look for recurring problems. This is big. The best tool ideas solve problems that happen over and over again. Teachers pick random students every day. Developers convert hex codes constantly. People calculate percentages constantly. Gamers roll dice constantly. You want something repeatable, and not something someone searches once in their life and never again. Recurring use equals recurring traffic, and recurring traffic equals recurring revenue. Step 5. Keep competition in perspective. Don't get scared if you see big sites ranking. Most of them haven't been updated in years. They're bloated with ads, and they're not optimized for mobile, or they're part of massive generic tool hubs. A focused, clean, single-purpose tool can outrank surprisingly large sites over time. You see, Google doesn't reward size, it rewards relevance and usefulness. If you only remember one thing from this section, remember this: don't build what you like, build what people are already searching for. That's the difference between a cool side project and a quiet traffic asset. Now, with that in mind, let's build your game plan the right way. 1. Pick one simple problem. Think of one everyday task people search for. Something practical, repeatable, and useful. It could be a calculator, a converter, a generator. Don't overthink it here. Go with the first idea that pops up in your head. 2. Research what already exists. Google it. Then click the top results. Ask yourself, are they ugly, slow, overloaded with ads, missing features? 3. Make a list of improvements. Write down what you'll do better with your site. Keep it simple, like better UI, faster loading, fewer ads, extra convenience features, etc. Some people get crazy ideas here. Please don't. You just need to execute well. 4. Use AI to build version 1. Go into an AI dev tool like Replit. Prompt it clearly with something like create a single-page HTML JS site for whatever your tool's name is. It should do X, Y, and Z, and let it generate, refine, fix, and polish. Version 1 doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be live, so don't sit on it. 5. Polish the experience. Add a clear title, one-line instruction, and big obvious buttons. If a first-time visitor is confused, you lose. So, aim for simple wins by proofing your site for all visitors. 6. Set up monetization early. Apply for AdSense once your site is clean and live. If you want, add a simple Stripe upgrade for ad-free version, extra features, and export options. You don't need millions of visitors. What you need are steady ones. 7. Optimize for SEO from day one. Use your keyword in the title. heading and description. Submit to Google Search Console. Then let Google know you exist. 8. Iterate. Launch, but don't stop there. Test, improve, and watch analytics. See what people actually use, then build more of that. SEO takes time. You might see nothing for a few weeks, and that's normal. But if the problem is real and your tool is solid, then traffic compounds. The most boring site you build might end up being the most profitable one. So build once and let the search function do the work. Now, let me zoom out for a second. This boring tools model is actually one of the very few real paths to making money online in 2026. In the next 2 videos, I'm dropping a no BS breakdown of the only 2 models that actually work long term. No hype and no fake gurus. Just the 2 paths that consistently make money. If you want to understand where this tool strategy fits in the bigger picture, watch that next, because once you see both paths clearly, everything clicks. See you then.